G'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Tonight I'm doing something nice and quick and simple. It's going to be my Gran's bread and butter pudding. Nice, simple, easy to do recipe. Okay, what we're going to start with is just a baking dish. And we are just going to grease that with butter. So a bit of butter on some baking paper. Alright, all greased up, ready to go. Next up, for this I tend to use Raisin Bread. Back in the day they just used stale old bread and sultanas or raisins, whichever country you're in, whatever they call them. I like the Raisin Bread because it's already got the spices in it. It's got the sultanas or raisins already mixed through it. Just makes life a little easier, a little less work in it. So we'll go through it. Just butter up a couple pieces. Of course, much easier if you soften up your butter beforehand. Threw mine in the microwave for a wee bit just to soften it up, make it spread easier, rather than tearing all my bread apart. Okay, now we're just gonna layer up the dish. Then when you start the new layers, always try and join the bread in different spots. Push the leftover bits into the gap. Okay, a couple more pieces of bread should get us there. Oops, top layer. We actually want to flip the bread over on the top layer and put that buttered surface up. That's just going to give us a start to browning. That one will fit there. we go. Alright, the nicety of this recipe is, doesn't matter what the size of your dish is, doesn't matter how many layers you put in, completely unimportant. What I use is a basic custard recipe, and this is the one that my grandmother taught me. Now we're going to start, and everything is a 1 to 1 to 1 sort of mix. So 1 cup of milk, 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of sugar. Easy as that. So 3 cups of milk will get me there. Three eggs. Now I use Castor sugar for it, just because it dissolves a bit quicker and easier. And luckily just had enough. Alright, so for every 1 cup of milk, you add 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of Castor sugar. Pretty simple. Okay, then generally you add some vanilla in. I like, so vanilla essence, vanilla extract. I personally like to use vanilla bean paste. It includes the vanilla seeds in it. Just something a little bit more fancy. I think it tastes a little bit better. So, just about a couple teaspoons, you know, pretty much a teaspoon to match the tablespoons and that sort of thing. You know, again, you can go that 1-1-1 ratio. I like a bit more nutmeg in it. You know, the raisin bread's fine and good, but yeah, I love nutmeg. Alright, and you just got to mix that up. Okay, so that is just a dead simple basic baker's custard. I'm just gonna pour that over, let it soak into the bread, down all the cracks. Scrape out the bowl, we don't want all the vanilla seeds hiding in there. And yes, I do have clean fingers, or as clean as my fingers get. Doing lots of knife work, smithing work, leather work, Mine tend to be permanently stained. All right, so there we are. It's as simple as that. That is the basic recipe. What I'm going to do now is throw it in the oven. Normally, for something with a custard in it, you do a double boiler method. Rather than do a double boiler, I'm just going to set the temperature down low, which is going to be 180 Celsius. I will have to get back to you on the Fahrenheit. And I'm just going to put it in there, bake it, let it come up. It will raise up a little, and I'm looking for a nice golden brown on top. So I will join you back again shortly once it's been baked. Alright folks, there we are, all done. As you can see, lovely and brown on top. It's risen up and it's looking awesome. So there we go, nice and gooey inside. This is just out of the oven, so it's going to be hot, but of course it needs a taste test. Yes, that is very hot and delicious. Alright, so please hit the subscribe button, follow along on my homesteading journey, bit of cooking, bit of knife work, bit of blacksmithing, bit of leather work, bit of everything. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and follow along. Thank you very much for your time watching. Bye.